Hi, I'm Mike DeSimone.
And I'm Jeff Jensen, and together we're the World Wine Guys. Welcome to our show, World Wine Guys, What We're Drinking.
That's right, we are the World Wine Guys, and today we are celebrating women. Next week is International Women's Day. That's
right.
on March 8th. And
That's right, next
we are-
Monday.
That's right, and we are celebrating actually all month because it's Women's Month, or Women's History Month.
Right.
And we're going to be celebrating women winemakers, and today we have three wines that are made by women.
Three fantastic wines. We're going to start with a wonderful Pinot Noir from Burgundy, and this is Domaine Parent Pommard Les Epinaux. So this is made by a friend of ours, Anne Parent, who's a wonderful winemaker in Pommard.
Right. And
She's the 12th generation
she's the
winemaker.
12th generation. Actually, the previous 11 generations were all male winemakers. When Anne's brother stepped down, decided he did not want to continue to make wine in 1998, Anne's father allowed her to step into the role of winemaker. Anne's sister Catherine actually now runs the marketing and sales for the company, and Anne Parent is the winemaker. But you know, it took over 200 years in this family.
And she has certainly proved herself. So many families in France still, if there's only daughters and no sons, what they'll have their daughters do is marry another winemaker, and then the guy can be the winemaker for the family. But in this case, in Domaine Parent, Anne is the winemaker, and the first one in 12 generations.
Yeah, exactly. So let's give this a taste.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Or santé. Ooh, beautiful Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
Just wonderful flavors of like dark cherry, dark raspberry, even like a little bit of cranberry and pomegranate.
Yeah, it's got really nice concentration.
Even like some cassis, and I'm getting a little bit of like candied orange peel. This is just a beautiful.
Yeah, you know, it's got nice firm tannins, but they kind of get they dissolve a little bit on that orange marmalade finish.
So this is a stunning wine made from the spiritual and original home of Pinot Noir. This one you can find at Finding Dot Wine, and it's about $134. So you can find this at Finding Dot Wine.
And you know, the theme this year for International Women's Day is Choose to Challenge, and we're very happy that Anne challenged the status quo and wanted to become the winemaker in her family. So now we're going to move from the original home of Pinot Noir, Burgundy, to Oregon. So our next wine is Penarash Estate Vineyard Pinot Noir.
Smells great.
Wow, you're sniffing already.
I'm sniffing already.
There you go. Get that nose in there.
So this is from Yamhill Carlton AVA, which is in Willamette Valley in Oregon, and I think it happens to be one of the best places to grow Pinot Noir in the U.S. There's wonderful Pinot Noirs from California, don't get me wrong, and other places in the world, but Willamette Valley is really one of the premier sites in the US.
Specifically the Yamhill Carlton AVA.
Yeah.
So this winery, Penarash, was founded by Lynn and Ron Penarash in 1998.
Oh, 1998 again.
Again, good year for
Good
Pinot
year,
Noir.
yeah. A good year for women.
So Lynn was the founding winemaker at Penarash, and then in 2018, she passed the torch on to the current winemaker, Kate Ayers.
Yeah, and the really cool thing about this winery and this vineyard is that the vineyard manager is a woman, and so is the assistant winemaker.
That's right.
So can we taste this one now?
And Kate, and also our head winemaker, Kate.
Exactly.
Is a woman as well.
It's a female team.
But yes, we can taste it. So
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, and cheers to all the women out there. Oh, wow. That's another beautiful Pinot Noir. Very different, yet very similar. You know, everyone who makes Pinot Noir is trying to make like a Burgundian style.
Yeah, and I think this is also, like the Pommard, this is also concentrated. Right. It's bright at first. It opens with a bright fruit. So it opens with like the red cherry, the strawberry,
Right.
the raspberry, and then all of a sudden on your palate, the darker fruits start to settle in. So like the blackberry and the black currant, and then you've got the spice in there.
Like a
as
little
well.
touch of black pepper for me.
Yes, absolutely.
This one is really nice, and Kate's making some really, really super wines. It's so exciting to taste these wines. You know, two Pinot Noirs from side by side from France and also from Oregon. It's just really exciting, and especially the fact that they're both women winemakers.
Absolutely. And you can get this one at yourwinestore.com, and it's $72.
Another super, super wine.
Okay, so let's jump back to Europe. We're going to go
So
to
from
Spain
France
now.
to Oregon
Now we're going
to
back
Spain.
to Spain.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and we have a wine. This is a sherry. So sherry comes from the Jerez region in Spain. The word sherry actually is an Anglicization or an English language version of the word Jerez.
Right. And so this is it's a 15-year Solera Especial. So Solera method, if you've ever seen pictures, there's these big rows of barrels piled up on each other. And so the winemaker has to be not only good at growing the grapes, making the wine, but she has to also be very good at blending.
Right. So
So from barrel to barrel.
Right. So this is from Bodegas Williams and Humbert,
Right.
and this is the dry sack 15-year Solera Especial. Winemaker is Paula Medina Sheldon,
Right.
she's a relatively young winemaker. She's been in the role since she was around 30. She's in her early 40s now. Paula's a member of the Medina family,
Yes.
and as Jeff said, she's not just a terrific winemaker. She has to be a blender as well, because the 15 years Solera means that it's an average age of 15 years, and it's wines that are blended together. It's also
Right.
two different types of grape. You've
That's
got
right. Well, two different types, yeah.
two different types of wine. So Oloroso sherry is made with the Palomino
Palomino,
grape,
yeah.
and that's like that nutty sherry that's
Mhm.
usually very dry. And
Right.
then Pedro Jimenez is a sweet, darker sherry, and they're blended together to create this. Well, let's stop talking and
Let's
start tasting.
Let's have another taste.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow, you know, I really like sherry, but I don't always love like a cloying sweet wine. This one is considered medium sweet, so it's got some really nice flavors, but it's also sweet, but good acidity without being too
Yeah,
sweet.
well, it's got flavors of like raisin, fig. There's
Right.
some apricot in there. Definitely toasted almond, little pecan,
Right.
but there's like a nice rounded butterscotch flavor
Right.
too on the palate. That's really, really gorgeous.
You know, Paola's doing a really nice job. She's only been the winemaker since 2012, so about 10 years, give or
Right.
take. But when she first started, and still now, she's being recognized. Decanter Magazine actually called her a winemaker to watch out for, to keep watch on.
an outstanding Spanish winemaker.
So, yeah, people have been watching her for many, many years, making super, super wines.
Yeah, and you can get the dry sack at vinporter.com. It's $30, and when you find it on the website there, it's actually called Dry Sack 15-year Sweet on the Vinporter site, but you'll find it in other shops as the Dry Sack 15-year Solera Especial.
So these are three wonderful, wonderful wines. You know, we have two wonderful Pinot Noirs and one wonderful Jerez, all made by women winemakers. You know, as we said at the top of the show, it's amazing that, you know, women were not always allowed to be winemakers, but we're very, very proud in 2021 that women could be winemakers and even be a vice president. So we're really, really excited. This month is Women's Month. We're going to be showing you wines made by women all month long, and we're very, very excited to be able to do that. So I'm Jeff Jensen.
I'm Mike DeSimone, and thanks for watching World Wine Guys, What We're Drinking. Cheers.
Cheers to all the women. Cheers.